Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start our public hearing. So item 6 is a public hearing action for the special appropriation for the county government's FY20 operating budget. No, this is Department of Recreation. We're not doing this one. We're doing that one next week. Whoever is in charge of giving me scripts needs to give me the correct script. So actually, let me just take advantage of the opportunity to say that we have postponed this one for next week. The director of the Office of Management and Budget has informed me that they're going to look at ways to see if they can fund these programs within existing funding. So they needed a week to take a peek at that, and if they can, that's great. But if not, then we will proceed with that item. So that's why that one was postponed. So we're going to move on to item 7. This is a public hearing on a special appropriation to the county government's FY20 operating budget for the Office of the Inspector General in the amount of $272,881 for implementation of Bill 11-19, Administration Internal Audit, Inspector General Amendments. Action is scheduled immediately following this hearing. For this particular item, we have Megan Lamarcy, who is our Inspector General, as well as Mansaba Sanjay, who's an individual. Ms. Lamarcy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Council President Navarro, Council Vice President Katz, members of the County Council. It's nice to see all of you this afternoon. For the record, my name is Megan Davey Lamarcy. I am the Inspector General for Montgomery County, and I would like to begin this afternoon by thanking the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee for introducing this special appropriation so that the Office of the Inspector General can begin implementing Bill 1119, which was passed just last month. Montgomery County, as you know, has an operating budget of $5.8 billion. We have over 36,000 full-time employees and thousands of contractual, temporary, and seasonal workers. Currently, the Office of the Inspector General has 7 full-time employee positions and a budget of approximately $1.2 million. By comparison with other counties and Baltimore City in the state, all of which have smaller operating budgets and fewer total employees, those jurisdictions devote more than double the amount of funding towards their efforts to protect public resources than are allocated currently to the Office of the Inspector General in Montgomery County. The Council has acknowledged these realities and voiced a commitment to strengthening the OIG. During discussions of the bill, I strove to be transparent regarding the limitations that we had meeting the demands that are in place now with Bill 1119. The bill makes systematic, comprehensive reviews and audits of county government units a non-discretionary portion of the OIG's mission. It will require a deliberate, steady growth of our office, and the language in the bill as adopted by you acknowledges that need. In the fiscal impact statement for the bill, the OIG developed a 4-year phase-in to meet the goal of employing professional talent that will be required to do this added work. As noted in the staff report, this appropriation today is only a portion of the annualized expenditures that will be required to implement phase 1 of our plan. The amount is a conscious effort to be realistic about what we can actually accomplish with what's remaining in FY20. After this special appropriation is approved, I will promptly work with members of the executive branch to begin the process of creating a new deputy for audits, as well as creating positions for new auditors so that we can begin the work that is envisioned by the bill. I am truly grateful for your continued support of the Inspector General's office and your dedication to responsibly growing this office and its resources. I look forward to the work we'll be able to do on behalf of the county, the value we can add, and the resources we can save.
Thank you. Is Mansaba Sanjay here? No? Okay, well, then this public hearing is closed. Just a couple of comments. Obviously, what we're trying to do here is a very important step forward for the county. We know that we all were very upset when we heard about a particular fraud case that was of great importance and of great concern for those of us who sit on this side of the dais as well as our constituents. And what we have done as we examine ways to strengthen our oversight functions was to acknowledge that the Inspector General's office should have a lot more oversight capacity, but of course, to do that, you needed resources. And so this is an important down payment, and I think it is very critical that we move forward and do this, because not doing this sends the message that we are willing to kick the can down the road and just, pass bills in the name of strengthening oversight and fiscal responsibility, but then not provide the necessary funding in order to do that. So this is a fiscal responsibility vote that we're about to take, and I believe that it's absolutely important that we act today and not delay this any further. Councilmember Friedson.
Thank you, the Council President, for your leadership on this, along with Council Vice President, for everybody on the Council's commitment to the bill that we pass and following through that bill with a real commitment in dollars. We've said from the beginning that this was going to require taxpayer dollars, but it will far make up for that in taxpayer trust. And so this is, I think the down payment is the right way to look at this. There's more work to be done, but this will allow our new Inspector General to have the resource she needs to be able to put the wheels in motion to make sure that we're providing the type of oversight of taxpayer dollars that we expect in Montgomery County, and allow the Inspector General to do the important work of the office to ensure our taxpayers can have the faith that their dollars are being invested efficiently, effectively, and appropriately. So I agree with you, Council President.
Thank you. All right, so I need a motion. Moved by Councilmember Friedson, second. I need a second by Councilmember Reamer. All those in favor, please raise your hand. And that is unanimous. Thank you very much. Okay, now we're on to item 5, which is action. This is confirmation of County Executive's appointment of Chief, Department of Police, Assistant Chief Marcus Jones. So, Assistant Chief, come over. All right, I'm going to turn over to the Chair of our Public Safety Committee, Council Vice President Katz.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. It is truly my honor and sincere pleasure to nominate Marcus Jones to be the next Police Chief of Montgomery County.
All right, Councilmember Rice.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I very happily second that motion.
And since we have had our share of conversation, I think that we can just go ahead and move forward with the vote. All those in favor, please raise your hand. It is unanimous. Congratulations. All right. All right. All right, people. So, colleagues, with that extraordinary vote, and I think we're all so relieved, I think that we're going to adjourn, and we'll be back this evening for public hearing. Thank you so much.